Okay, number 7. This is our last one, and it's one that I think is really important. And that is this. As a parent, let them see you make mistakes. You may already know this, but as they enter adolescence, here comes that critical thinking part of their brain, which is now, it was dormant, and it's developing. And they want to practice it. And they're going to practice it on you and everybody else. So they're going to be critical. But it's okay, because they have to take you down off the pedestal, or there's going to be too much pressure on them in life. So when they see you make mistakes, it makes it okay for them to make mistakes. If they see you as perfect, what happens when they make a mistake? They think something's terribly wrong. And I saw kids in treatment who would say to me, no, I mean, what's wrong with me? They couldn't believe that everything wouldn't turn out great, everything they tried to do, because their parents were so magically powerful. So when they're pulling you down off that pedestal, and my daughter will pick me apart, but it's not in a nasty way. I call it her job. And I'll listen to it for a certain amount of time. She'll go, why did you go that way? You should have gone that way. And I go, I didn't think of it. Why do you have those things sitting on the counter that you never use? They've been there for a year. Because I got on a roll once and I put them on the counter. So I'll take it for a while, and then sometimes I'll just say to her, I know it's your job. I do know. But could you take a little time off? And she laughs, and it's funny. But they're doing a really important thing. They're bringing you down to a realistic place, so they can be more accepting of themselves. They don't know they're doing this, but this is their job, and they need to do it. So, as a parent, let them see you make mistakes. But here's the big piece. After you make the mistake, they're really watching to see what you do next. Because this is how they're going to learn to move on. This is how they're going to learn to be nice to themselves. So they're really watching. And I have a quick example here. Driving my daughter to school, and we had this much time, extra time. We had no wiggle room. We were almost going to be late. Driving along, phone rings. It's a client. I answer it, hands-free, put it on the speaker. And as we're talking, I drive right past the school. You should have seen my daughter. There was nothing better than this. You drove past the school! You drove right past the school! I can't believe you did that! You drove that! I mean, she was loving this. So I keep going. I have to go to the light, spend some time at the light. I'm thinking, we're going to be late. So I go, I know, honey, I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. Not the smartest thing I ever did. It's okay. Turn around, phone rings again. I can't help it. Pick it up, put it on hands-free, and as I look up, I'm sailing past this the other way, and I'm not kidding. And she's berserk. She's just, you did it twice! You went past the school twice! I mean, screaming, and she's having so much fun. And I'm thinking, we're so late, I'm so embarrassed. So I pull over because we're late, and we just have a good laugh. I mean, it was really embarrassing, because we look like a complete flake. Not that I want to label myself, but I knew at that moment, this is an opportunity, because I mean, it was really not a smart thing to do, and we were late. You don't want to make your kid late. So first we laughed, haha, and then I said, okay, it was irresponsible, it was impulsive, I'm sorry. And then she still loved it, laughing her head off, best thing that ever happened to her, which is okay. And then I said, you know what though? I do a lot right. Told her, I mean, you know, I wasn't going to beat myself up. I said, I do a lot right. I said, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to get all upset about this. So she settled in with her big grin, I mean, loving every minute. Dropped her off at school. She was late. But whether she knew it or not, she was soaking up, okay, how hard am I going to be on myself? How hard will mommy be on herself for doing such a completely idiotic thing? And so it's a nice opportunity to show them that you're going to have mistakes and that you're going to deal with them.
So that shows them how you cope.
It shows them how to cope, and it shows them that mistakes are normal, because kids, as they enter their teen years, are extremely hard on themselves. Think about it. You're up here, they're down here. Look at their role models on TV. Can they possibly compete with these ridiculous role models who are 22 years old, posing as a 15-year-old? And then they've got their professional, high-achieving parents who really don't need to say what they expect because it's kind of obvious. So you've got these kids who have incredible pressure. So bring yourself off the pedestal. Let them see your mistakes so they can be more forgiving of themselves.
I have a solution. I'm unprofessional and not achieving.
And what? Not achieving. Oh, that's great. for your child.
I know, it's a burden, but.
We can't all be that good. Anyway, I know we're at the end of our time. Any questions at all? If you need to leave, that's great. If you want to sit and ask a question, that's fine. Anything